Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to, guess what? Another episode of AFK in the Morning. Can you believe it, Owen? I can't.
I know. I'm honestly impressed with that we're 3 weeks in.
I know, we almost didn't record this
I know,
week.
we are a day late. We did have some issues. We went fishing this morning.
Yeah, we did. It was kind of fun.
We caught together with the three of us, I think 13 fish.
13 fish. If you ask me what those fish were, I couldn't tell
I think
you.
they're like
so
sunfish. That's my guess.
Sunfish? Well, there was like a couple. Like, there was the small ones. The small ones were like sunfish. And then there's like the longer ones.
Yeah, I don't know what those were. I didn't catch any of
Mateo
those.
had no fucking clue, and he's the fish guru. So
I have no idea what we caught. But we did catch fish.
Yeah. Fist.
Fish.
I caught fists.
Fish. I know. I also bought a fishing rod because I didn't have a fishing rod before.
Yeah, Owen bought a $30 fishing rod.
Hey, it looks beautiful, all right? I think it's the best thing ever. It's super light, carbon fiber.
It's not actually.
I know, but it's light, so I'm going to say it's carbon fiber.
It's carbon fiber for sure, without 100%. A doubt.
Yeah, we did have some issues last week with Eddie's microphone, but we decided to fix it. We just put it down a little bit. He's a short man. If you couldn't tell, I'm a little taller than him.
Yeah, I'm like 5'9", maybe pushing 5'10", probably 5'10".
You're gonna go with 5'10"?
I'm gonna give myself it.
You're gonna be that guy?
No, I usually say I'm shorter than I actually am.
Perfect.
I used to say I was 5'11", but I'm not even like so.
Well, we do have to get into what we're doing this week because we are a little behind now. But we're gonna be talking about a show match review. So last week we talked about our show match between TSM
and Cloud9.
And we have the
results
basically. We're also gonna be talking about what happened this week. All the different stuff that happened. We got the game of the week again. We got the worst player of the week. You got the best player of the week by the LCS. You know, they don't do the worst player of the week, so we have to do that for them.
Yeah.
But we just take the player of the week from the LCS, which was contracts, and we'll talk about that. We're also going to talk about next week's show match and our Fiesta game.
Wow.
Yeah, and we're also going to just a little focus on 100T, maybe.
Well,
are they the second best team in the world?
No.
Who knows? The world,
not
just NA. The world.
What?
It's possible. They beat C9.
Yeah, and C9's not the best team in the world.
I don't see like.
I wouldn't even consider C9 a top 8 team in the world.
Hey, does any other team in any other region went 9-0?
No, just because the regions are stronger.
Don't worry about that, all right? Even though we talked about this last week. And then we're going to have a 1v1 as our game this week. So stick around to the end of the episode because we're moving the game to the end with our special 1v1.
It's
leave in the comments below who you think is going to win.
It's going to be relatively one-sided, but
it is not going to be one-sided, all right?
Okay.
Because we're going to play supports.
Okay, that's fine.
No, we're not. I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to figure that out.
Any champion.
Yeah.
Any champion.
But that is basically it. So we're going to start with our show match review. So I'm not going to say who won yet, but I'm pretty happy with the results.
Yeah, well, this is the dumbest shit I think I've ever heard.
The first thing we have to do is explain the scoring system. Because we did not explain the scoring system last time.
Well, because we didn't figure it out yet.
Exactly. So we figured it out before the game, actually. So it wasn't like I rigged it to make me win.
I'm still saying he did, but
okay,
whatever.
we're gonna figure that out. But the way our scoring system is gonna work for the show matches is obviously we get 5 points if you predict the winner of the game correct, whatever team it is. We all both predicted Cloud9, and guess what? Cloud9 won.
Wow.
Who would have guessed? So we both got 5 points for that.
Okay.
Then we go down lane by lane.
Yes.
At 15 minutes, we look at the CS for every single laner and their opponent. Then we add 50 CS for a kill and 25 CS for an assist.
Okay.
And that's how we get our points. In each lane that you get right, you get an extra point. So if somehow you guess the winning team, you don't guess, just say I guessed TSM and I guessed all TSM's lanes, and then TSM was winning at 15 minutes, but you guessed C9 winning, we would tie because I would get 5 points and then you would get 5 points for C9 win.
Makes sense.
Right? It's possible.
Okay.
We might redo the scoring schedule.
I feel like we have to tweak it with junglers because their CS works differently than everyone else's.
Maybe a little bit, but that's basically what we got. So, in the top lane, I ended up winning because Licorice won with a CS advantage, and he had 2 assists on top of that.
Yeah, and Broken Blade was also inting.
And we're going to talk about how bad he answered. Because Eddie has some opinions on him this week.
Too much that game, but the one versus Immortals is, oh my god. But yeah, awful.
So next we go into the jungle. We both said that Blabber was going to win.
Yeah.
And Blabber won with CS and he had a kill.
Yeah.
So he won the
that was
jungle.
a pretty clear and easy decision to make.
100%. Then we go into the mid lane. This was the different one that we had. This is the other one that we had a difference in.
Yes.
I guessed Bjergsen.
And I went with Nisqy.
Bjergsen actually ended up winning, but it was very close.
Yeah,
it was like by 1 point. And the way it was by 1 point is because Bjergsen had 136 CS, and not Broken Blade.
Niski.
Niski had 136 CS. Or sorry, 110 CS.
Okay.
My bad. They both had 2 kills though. And then Niski had 1 assist. That 1 assist brought him up 25 CS more, but
He was still 1 off.
Bjergsen
One
had
off.
26 CS more than him. So I won mid lane, and then we both lost bot lane.
Yeah, we both
because
decided
TSM destroyed
Sven.
bot lane at
But
15 minutes.
Yeah, but even then, Sven came back with Wukong and still
Yeah,
won.
but at
so
15 minutes,
at 15
TSM
minutes,
was ahead
yeah.
in the bot lane. So I ended up with 8 points, and Eddie ended up with 6 points. So I
Yeah.
win the first show match of the week.
Good job, Owen.
Thank
High
you,
five.
thank you. I appreciate it. That's
Die
some
in your
sportsmanship
sleep.
right there. Whoa. All right. Well, Eddie, what happened this week in the LCS?
Okay, finally, week review. Okay. A lot of stuff happened, and then a lot of stuff didn't really happen, but we're gonna go over it. So
Perfect.
the the game of the week, which is the best game, not like the best play, I guess, but the game that you should watch. I think it would be a shame not to put Cloud9 versus 100 Thieves.
Yeah, if you're gonna watch any game, you should probably watch when the undefeated team gets defeated.
Yes, by the team that's
Not doing
having
the
just a
best.
resurgence.
Yeah,
So it's kind of like, it's a really cool storyline.
100%.
It was a fun game, a little bit of a fiesta, but that's North America.
That's the
Everything's
fun part about it.
everything's a little bit of a fiesta.
Exactly.
And yeah, it's a fun game. Cloud9 loses, so I guess I technically spoiled it, but it's definitely the most entertaining game when it comes to casters and just the broadcast coming together in general. It was a great game to watch. Definitely the game of the week.
Yeah, no, 100%. I would talk about that, and we're gonna just talk about 100 Thieves later. So if we want to move on to your next talking point,
Okay, so the next talking point is LCS Player of the Week.
which is also 100 Thieves.
Yes, which is contracts. And, the way we do it is we're taking the LCS Player of the Week, and then we're saying, do we agree with this guy being the Player of the Week or not? And if we have another opinion, we put him up. But contracts 100% deserves to be Player of the Week. He's carrying 100 Thieves right now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if anyone else saw this, but they made like a Attack on Cloud9 parody with Attack on Titans. And 100 Thieves is falling, and then Contracts like grabs him and saves him. And
Yeah.
is like, "Don't bench me again!" And it's like, you better not, because I feel bad. No, I don't feel bad for Meteos, because
He wasn't performing.
He wasn't performing, and he was cocky on the way out. And
the thing with Meteos also is he's a very defensive jungler, and that is something 100 Thieves did not need.
No.
Because obviously they didn't have any aggression.
yeah, they needed someone to make
So-
plays.
And what's super interesting, which is kind of a little off topic, but if you're watching like the heists and stuff like that, Someday, who is just learning English, like his third year of English, is like the in-game leader now.
Oh,
He's kind of taken on that veteran role, because
Yeah.
he's played in all these other things, but like with his English, and it's working.
he's clear. Well, he's the best player on the team,
Yeah, 100%.
skill wise.
Yeah.
So if he can take that and implement game knowledge and actually speak clear English, and he's learning English, it's great news for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, no, it's a really good thing. 'Cause I think they really want Someday to be like their franchise player.
Oh yeah,
Like I think they signed him again for another 2 years. Like he's gonna be on their
they shouldn't have
roster
benched him
for-
then.
Yeah, well, that's a whole other story
Yeah.
about last year. We won't get into that.
Oh god.
But what's
Okay.
next, Eddie?
Then we got the worst player of the week, and I want to preface this first.
Is it Ruin again?
Last week's Ruin didn't play this week.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. He got benched.
benched.
The kids did listen to us.
Yeah, last week's player of the week was significantly the worst player in the league. Like he was definitely had the worst performance of the week. This week's it's up to debate. It wasn't nearly as a bad performance as Ruin, but I think he still deserves the worst player of the week, and that's Broken Blade.
Broken Blade, you say?
Yes.
Why Broken Blade?
Well, Broken Blade pretty much gave no advantage, didn't get any advantage in a winning matchup against Cloud9. Mordekaiser versus Ornn is super heavily favored Mordekaiser, and he still lost the matchup.
So you think that TSM could have beat C9 if Broken Blade was better?
No, I can't. I'm not saying that, because
Okay.
TSM looked pretty bad in general, but Broken Blade performed horribly there. Okay, and I wouldn't say horribly, but just not good, considering they picked him a winning lane. You expect a top laner, especially when you reserve your draft picks, to prioritize him to win that lane, especially against an Ornn. And then you get the game versus Immortals, and you put him on Wukong. And a lot of people are
And
complaining.
can we just remind people what Immortals' win rate was before this game?
They were 1-1. They only won one game.
It was 1-8
Okay, so 1-8
against TSM, which was debatably like the second best
Yeah.
team in the league.
Yeah. So, I mean, they have been taking top teams to close games. They
They have
took
been.
Team Liquid to a close game, but they put Broken Blade on Wukong, and the problem is, people are like, oh, why isn't NA playing Wukong? It's such a strong pick. Well, because nobody other than Licorice really knows how to play it, and apparently Sven too. But like, what? That makes no fucking like.
Well, apparently he doesn't know how to play it.
No, he still.
They did lose.
No, Sven won when he played it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When he played bot lane.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when Broken Blade played it, he went 0-5. He inted. Like, just straight up inted. He was constantly trying to make plays, but in the end, he was just kited out every time. He made almost zero game impact.
Mhm.
And actually, not even because against the Cloud9 game, he wasn't horrible, but he made zero game impact.
Yeah.
This one, he lost them the game.
Mhm.
He put him in such a deficit so early that it was very difficult for TSM to come back. Yeah.
They should have reported him.
And you should watch.
Do you think there's reporting in like the tournament client?
No, but it's there's a thing called in the show The Dive, the LCS one. They have they report a player, and that's
but
that's their
do you
thing.
think that like in the tournament client
You could report
there's
it?
a report option?
I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised at this point. That shit would be hilarious.
It would be funny.
Okay, I gotta start speeding through some of this shit.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so the fiesta of the week, because NA, you gotta have a fiesta, and it was
Almost every game.
almost
But
well.
what was the most fiesta?
CLG versus Evil Genius was a really fiesta game.
What happened?
It was a 50-minute long game, or 48 or something like that,
That's long.
with around 25, 30 kills. So high kill game. The Evil Geniuses held the lead, then CLG held the lead, then Evil Geniuses came back, then CLG ended up winning the whole thing. With, Outruin. But
They had to listen to us more.
I know. Think of it. I tweeted out that Zabatine shouldn't be coach. Zabatine got fired.
Exactly.
Ruin worst player of the week. Ruin got fired. Ruin's benched. A couple other things. So TSM going 0-2. So they switched Biofrost for Treats, who's a Danish or Swedish? Danish player. Fuck.
See, it's 5 a.m.
Okay.
That's our excuse.
No, it's because okay. And he's a import support player who's in academy, and he's finally coming up. So that's great. The new talent, academy talent coming up is always
100%.
awesome.
So we like to see in NA. Maybe it will turn us around.
And Biofrost has been kind of inting a lot of times. He's
Yeah.
caught out in position in weird places. Maybe he needs a week off. He's still a great player. I don't think he has had enough enough shitty performances to really warrant this. But
Mhm.
I like new change and whatever. It happens. So then the other thing was Ruin getting benched. CLG goes 1-1.
And what does Dignitas do?
Well, Dignitas is we're fucking tired of this shit. We are tired of being just beaten down. They were winless at the start of the week.
Absolutely winless.
Winless.
0-8.
0-8, and now they are 2-0.
2-0 in the whole season. They're 2-0.
Yeah, 2-8. They're 2-8. I kind of want to do they have a chance to make playoffs? You're at the halfway point.
I think any team has a chance to make playoffs for the fact that 80% of the teams get in.
Right.
It's an 8-team playoff this year.
So who do you think doesn't make the playoffs?
I think it's hard right now. I really do think it's hard because there's a lot of teams that are starting to slow down
And a lot of teams
that are starting to speed up.
So
I say within the next 2 weeks, that'll be 2 weeks left in the LCS.
mhm.
I think a lot of teams are going to be very close with their wins.
Yeah, because Evil Geniuses looked really bad this week. TSM didn't look great this week.
Mhm.
Cloud9 lost a game, but they're still gonna finish first. I'm not.
They're gonna finish first
They're gonna at
think
least the
so?
regular season.
of Cloud9.
The regular season.
That is a very risky take.
No, it's
I'm
really.
joking.
It's,
Yeah, no,
what? It's really not. It's an excellent take.
It is a pretty good take.
Yeah. So we're really at a weird point. It's actually exciting. LCS is actually exciting.
Yeah, no,
for once.
100% after this weekend, which for you guys is literally right after this show.
Yeah.
Basically, we're having Friday Night League. But after this weekend, we're going to have to do our own power rankings, and we'll show them on the show of what we think.
Oh, God.
Because I feel like the standings right now do not represent power.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about that when we talk about who truly is in second place.
Yeah.
Because, it really is up to debate. Because before this week, TSM was clearly in second place.
100%.
But now, like, Team Liquid is, only one loss behind Cloud9. So are they second place, or is that...
Who do you think is second place?
Or do you want to talk about it now?
Yeah, we'll talk about it right now.
Would you want to just talk about it right now? I would probably still say Team Liquid is second place. I wouldn't say it's a strong second place, but
I think you're biased.
I am biased. I'm a Team Liquid fan, but they are performing. You can't, 8-2. Cloud9's 9-1. So, and one of those losses were to Cloud9, and then the other one was to Evil Geniuses, who they play this week.
So, I don't know if I can give my second place, but I can tell you who I think is in the top 4.
Okay.
I think, obviously, C9's first.
Yeah.
And then, really, I think the top 4, it's hard to say now, because they haven't really played each other recently.
Okay.
But I do think it's TSM, Team Liquid, and I think 100 Thieves. And I'm going to explain why I think 100 Thieves is at the top, because they're not just being carried. It is a whole team effort from everyone on the team.
Right. But they still look sloppy.
I still think that 100% if they get their draft like they have been with being more aggressive, I think they have a chance of being top 4.
I think
probably 4th. I'm saying probably bottom of that.
If they go 2-0 or
next weekend or
1-1 because they play Team Liquid and that's a harder opponent, but we'll see. They beat Cloud9, so they could definitely beat Team Liquid. Then I think we can start talking about it.
I'm being aggressive here.
But I don't think they're top 4 yet.
I do think, and this is why.
I think they're top 5, maybe 6, but not 4.
Let me explain why. So, to start off, 100 Thieves went into a weekend.
Right.
We're going to talk about that. But I want to really focus on just some of the main stuff, specifically the C9 game.
Okay.
So, if we look at the FlyQuest game, they won 18-10.
Yeah.
For kills. I know that's not the only thing that's important, but it's a pretty easy metric to look at.
Yeah.
You have a lot of stuff, snowballing, whatever. But they had 18-10. When you look at the C9 game, it was 22-8, which a lot of those came in like big team fights, aces and stuff like that, but still ahead. But this is when it gets interesting. You look at Contracts, who got Player of the Week, and it was mainly for that C9 game.
Absolutely.
It was. He did good at FlyQuest.
He played really good on the FlyQuest game too.
But if he did not have that C9 game and he didn't carry it, there's no way he was even in the talk for it. That C9 game got him Player of the Week. He got 10 kills and he died once.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
10 KD.
He was
going super aggressive. If you watch some of the highlights, we posted the highlights on our channel actually of this game because it was trying
to generate more views, guys. I'm sorry.
More views, some more attention.
Yeah.
Hey, it helps out. You want to see the highlights? There you go. It was posted like
right
20
there.
minutes after the game. Perfect. But he just went in aggressive. He did not care. He would go into like 3 of them in the middle of the jungle and he would kill them. He was confident, and that's super important. He was not scared.
No,
he was very confident.
He's playing like he played on Cloud9.
Yeah. And I think that was super obvious that Contracts was the carry of that game.
Yeah.
Someday, I believe, got 7 kills. He was up there too. He wasn't super aggressive, but he got the kills. What's super interesting is Poom, who it's pronounced Poom, by the way, not Pume. Figured that out in a Travis Gafford interview when they asked him. It's Poom. He's silent. And also, it means nothing. He literally, his friend just told him to use that as his name, and he did it. He got 1 kill, support, whatever. But he got 16 assists. So he was involved in 17 of the 22 kills.
Yeah.
Which
that's pretty great.
It's pretty impressive. And he only died once.
Especially for pretty much 4 LCS games?
Yeah, basically.
4 LCS games.
Yeah,
right?
and
He's joined pretty good.
He joined Academy this split.
Yeah.
He played like 2 weeks in Academy and got promoted.
Nuts.
Or no, 4 weeks in Academy.
Absolutely nuts.
And then to do that against C9, like he was in the fights. He wasn't like scared or whatever. He was there. He was a contributing factor. And then Ryoma, which has also been a talking point. People have been saying, doing great, doing bad. Why are they using an import slot on him? He got 2 kills and he had 13 assists. So he was involved in 15 of the kills. He had Galio, so he did have that ultimate, which we could get him in, get him an easy assist. But he was involved. He was roaming. He was making his presence shown.
I just still don't think he's worth an import slot.
He's probably not. I'll be honest with you. He's probably not. But it's working.
Yeah, if he continue, he's now on an upward trend.
He is 100%,
which is good because at the start he was on a very downward trend. He wasn't that great.
I think what people forget is if you watch like the Papa Smithy interview at the beginning of the season, like they said, like they were ready to rebuild. I don't think they were expecting anything this year. This was really get some new talent in, figure it out, and maybe next year or 2 years from now make a run for first. So to be where they were with finishing fourth. Was it 4th or 3rd last split in the regular season?
I don't know. I just had a thought though. When we post our clips, if they have anything to do with 100 Thieves, you should be blasting 100 Thieves in the title. Because that just generates clicks.
This is true. I did have 100 TV. Yeah, maybe I should.
Yeah,
Maybe it'll be reworded. If you go down, look now, maybe we'll change the title. Maybe get some extra views. It's pretty smart.
It was
though.
just a thought that popped in my head. I'm like, why are we just like shouting out like the big team names?
Clickbaiting it?
Or being like, Nadeshot says this. Like, and going about
we can't clickbait that hard.
Why not? Everyone does it.
But we can't say
We have
Nadeshot
14
when Nadeshot's not even
subscribers.
talking.
We have 14 subscribers.
That's progress.
I talked about
Thank
Nadeshot
you.
for about 2 seconds there. You can put him in the
This is true. Maybe we'll put Nadeshot in the tags
Yeah.
of this video.
There you go.
But I do think that 100 Thieves has a chance to turn it around.
Oh, I think they
this week
do. 100%.
And I'm going to say they're top 4.
I just don't know if I could say top
Watch,
4 yet.
this week they're going to be 2 up.
Okay, then great. I will put them in the top 4 if they go another 2 a week.
Okay.
If they beat Team Liquid, and then I forget TSM. If they beat TSM and Team Liquid, I will 100%
And if
put
they
them in my
go
top 4.
0-2, I will say that it was a fluke weekend and they're probably not going to make
Well,
playoffs.
no, they're strong. They're against 2 strong teams.
I know.
TSM had a weak week, but I still think they're a relatively strong team. And they're up against Team Liquid, who, in my opinion, is second place.
Yeah.
Not a strong second place, but still second place. So it's still a relatively tough weekend. But if they can pull up 2-0, I think it's pretty easy to say that they can go.
100%. So our show match for this week, Eddie, is Evil Geniuses versus Team Liquid.
Yeah, I think they're the 2 best teams that are up against each other.
Yeah.
Not the 2 best teams in the league, but the 2 best teams that will potentially make the best matchup.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know. I don't think the LCS is promoting anything this week. Where last week they were really heavily promoting.
Yeah,
the
they were really
TSM C9.
pushing. Like they got they had the classic show match.
I
they
was
had
so
stuff.
confused. I went to watch that because I thought I knew the schedule. I saw I'm like, oh, it makes sense to put it on Friday Night League. They're trying to promote it or whatever.
Yeah.
So I go to watch it and I'm like, why is Sneaky? What's happening?
What's going on?
I was so confused. I'm like, is this a replay or something? Like, I didn't see anything that there was going to be a show match. And I was like, oh, this makes more sense.
This makes a little more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, C9 was winning so hard. They just decided to put all their like troll picks in. Like, they just re-signed Cloud9, like Meteos and Sneaky. And I'm like, what? But, so Evil Geniuses versus Team Liquid.
Okay.
We're going to do the same thing as last week. We're going to go back and forth, predicting who's going to win each lane.
And then game.
Any reasons for it. And we want to do a game at the end or a game at the beginning? You
I
choose.
don't know. Game at the end.
Game at the end?
Well, yeah.
All right, that keeps it interesting.
Yeah, it keeps it a little more interesting.
Yeah, like maybe if we switch up the picks, like who we think's going to win.
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, I think I don't know who you're going to say wins it.
I hope. Well, yeah, I'm a little biased, but
A
also
little bit.
Evil Geniuses went 0-2 this week, so I'm not a little biased. It's all analytical
Wow.
thinking.
So smart. I want to keep it interesting because I won by such a dominance last time with my stats
Shut the fuck
that
up.
I decided
Oh my
to
God.
just guess this week on who's going to win off of my heart.
That's what I did last week too.
Yeah, and I used stats and I won by a dominant margin.
No,
So I'm trying to even the playing
it was
field.
two. I'm gonna lose it. Okay.
Hey, I won everything we disagreed on.
Fine, you're
So
right.
I'm going to call it dominant. So, we'll start with you.
Top
Who do you
lane,
think's going to win top lane between...
Kumo versus Impact?
Yes.
I'm gonna go Kumo.
Kumo, you think's going to win?
Yeah, Kumo's a pretty aggressive top laner. He's been laning really, really well. I think in the end, Impact might make more game impact.
But you think Kumo has the
But
better early
at 15
game?
minutes, he's gonna have more CS and more plays around the game.
Okay. I'm going to go with impact.
Okay.
So we're already off to a different start.
Yeah.
And the reason I want to go with impact is I feel like he's a very consistent top laner.
Very true.
Very consistent. And I have a feeling that Broxa is just going to be top lane. I feel like they're going to have a really good draft towards top lane.
Draft.
Yeah, draft.
I got a really good draft this evening.
They're going to have a really good draft. And that's what I'm hoping on, is that the Broxa impact little duo up there is going to win at 15.
Okay.
Yep.
So Sven
We move into jungle.
Svenskeren versus Broxa.
And I get to start.
Yeah, go for it.
So Broxa is he's a good jungler.
Yes.
Came from EU.
World's finalist, remember.
He is a world's finalist. This is all true things. But I'm going to go with Svenskeren.
Okay, we're differing of opinion
You're
a lot.
going with Broxa?
I'm going to go with Broxa.
Wow.
It's honestly, they're both performing relatively well. Svenskeren's team around him isn't performing as well as Brox's team around him. And jungler, it really does matter how your lanes are doing somewhat. And for that reason, I'm going to go Broxa.
See, my hope, even though they're contradicting my Impact and Broxa,
Yeah.
because Brox is going to be camping top
What?
lane. No, Brox is going to be camping top lane so hard, getting Impact ahead that he falls behind.
But he's going to get a lot of
Hey,
assists.
no, they're not going to get any kills. he's just gonna win in CS. There's gonna be just so much pressure. Don't worry about it. Watch, it's gonna happen.
Okay.
Yeah, I have this whole plan on how this is gonna go down.
Okay.
So
Mid.
we move back to the mid lane, and you have your two options of
J and J, Jizuke
J and J.
and Jensen.
Yeah. So do you choose J or J? J or J?
Honestly, this one's relatively difficult.
You
'cause
choose J.
Jizuke has been playing great.
I was trying to get a joke there. It's supposed
I
to be
know.
like I choose J.
I know, but it was a bad joke,
It
so
was a
that's
great
why I
joke,
decided
alright.
to ignore it.
Okay, but who do you actually choose?
I would probably. The analytical mind wants me to pick Jizuke because
Why?
he's been performing better than Jensen. He just has been.
Yeah, but he's not a big name.
But I'm gonna
Come
go
on, Eddie.
Jensen.
Perfect.
Thumbnail. There you go.
See,
Eddie hates Jizuke.
We're good.
Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark!
I'm gonna keep it interesting. I'm gonna go Jizuke. I can't talk today. Yeah, I'm gonna go Jizuke.
Okay.
Only reason is because honestly, I haven't watched any EG games. I have
Okay.
no idea how they're doing, but you just said
That's
he's
great.
doing really good.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go off of that.
You're going off of me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I want to keep it interesting.
Yeah. Okay. And then bot, we got
Bot lane. I get to start on this one.
yeah,
don't I?
Bane and Zazale versus Tactical and Core JJ.
Okay. So
JJ.
I think we're probably gonna agree on this one because I'm gonna go Team Liquid.
Yeah.
Tactical, even though he's new, has been doing really good, and Core JJ is just by far the best support, I would say.
Yeah, he's still a amazing support. The only one that I would say is competing, and probably at least this split is still first, is Vulcan.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, Core JJ is a close
I
second.
still say Core JJ is just the experience. I just think.
I mean, performance this split. Like if you're
Okay,
just
yeah,
rating, if you're
performance
just
this
rating
split.
this split, Vulcan.
But I think,
overall experience and skill, probably Core JJ.
I think Core JJ working with Tactical, even though Tactical's new, just that senior, like what Core JJ brings, I think will.
Yeah.
I think that they're gonna win.
I think and I'm pretty sure we agree with
You
it.
agree on
Yeah,
that one?
I agree with you on that
So
one.
we disagree everywhere except for bot lane.
Yeah, but who's gonna win the
And
game?
if it's anything like last week, we're both gonna be wrong with bot lane.
Probably, but it'll be fine. So who's gonna win?
You get to start on this one because I ended it with bot lane.
Okay, who's gonna win? Evil Geniuses versus Team Liquid. Team Liquid is 8-2. Evil Geniuses is 5-5. So Evil Geniuses went 0-2 the last week. They weren't playing that great. Their synergy kind of seemed out of whack. Team Liquid, they play a relatively slower game still, a little bit more aggressive, slowly introducing it. They're still not at the peak performance they were when they were winning championships, but Team Liquid is going to win this match.
You have Team Liquid.
I have Team Liquid winning this match.
I think that's a pretty safe bet.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to match you with that one.
Okay.
I really want to go Evil Geniuses.
You just want to spice it up at every moment.
But
like,
I have
spice.
We're already so split.
Yeah, that it doesn't.
So close that like if I go EG, I feel like there's whoever wins is gonna win.
At that point, I'll just dumpster you.
Exactly. So now this is actually keeping it more interesting.
Yeah,
by going with different
watch
teams.
Evil Geniuses is gonna win.
Yeah, but then you have but still, if Evil Geniuses wins. For us, it goes down to the lanes.
Yeah.
And we're split on 3 of the lanes.
3 of the lanes. Well, you picked one just to spite me, pretty much.
Basically.
Okay.
So I'm trying to keep it interesting here, but we both have, I really do believe that Team Liquid has the better chance of winning this.
Yeah, I think they've just been performing relatively...
Especially with EG off of an 0-2 week.
Yeah.
Morale is always down, unless for some reason in scrims this week they absolutely destroyed.
Like, yeah!
But even then, like you went 0-2.
Yeah,
like,
it's not great.
Yeah.
So
even though Team Liquid they went, what did they go?
Team Liquid went 2-0 this week.
Yeah. So
they had a strong week.
I think Team Liquid 100% wraps up this.
Yeah, me too. I think we're in pretty much agreement here. Team Liquid, Evil Geniuses, I think they have a lot of potential still. Like they're still solid. Like they should be performing relatively well. But
they do have a 2-time world champion in Bang.
Okay, but Bang,
he's retiring.
I don't. Yeah,
okay, he's not actually retiring, but
he's an NA, so he's retiring.
Yeah, he's doing that.
He's not like an Impact, or he won't win a single championship in North America
No.
the entire time he's here. I'd be willing to bet.
Ooh.
I'd be willing to bet he won't win a single championship in the LCS.
How long do you think Bang has left?
Depends on his performance. If he stays around a top 4, 580, 2 years to collect a paycheck.
Well, I think he already has Bank though, because I know 100 Thieves was paying him money.
I know, but
and
if he's
if you
okay
look
with
at
just coaxing, he
but
might
if you
just
look at his Twitter, he's always
coasting.
talking about like how he's like missing home and like stuff like that. So
okay. Then maybe he goes home earlier.
I don't know. I feel like
It depends on how
I
much.
don't think he has more than 3 years.
Oh, for sure, no. I think it's 1 or 2.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if after the end of the split, if he like let's say Evil Geniuses continues this downwards, he could retire after the split. I wouldn't.
That is possible.
If,
Well, I don't know what his contract looks like.
yeah, that's also
Yeah.
a huge factor. But he
'Cause-
could still he could take a pay cut and still retire if that's what he wanted to do.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of options, especially if he's not performing.
Yeah.
Then Evil Geniuses really wouldn't care what he does. Because I feel like his name, like when 100 Thieves got him, it was so hype. Like there was so much hype around him coming here. But after that year where he threw heavily,
Yeah.
like no one cares
I
about him
mean,
anymore.
in his defense, they paired him up with Afro Moo.
Yeah, no, it was not. I feel like.
But even now, Zazale is a easily top half of the end
I'd say
of the
he's top
spectrum.
3.
Yeah, support.
He's really up there.
And
They're not performing.
they're not performing very well. And honestly, I would put that more on Bang. Because if Zazale can really carry with Sneaky,
Yeah.
then he should be able to,
Like Zazale was. I feel people forget that Zazale was involved in their Worlds run.
Oh, yeah.
That made NA like the
Wor-
farthest they've gone.
World's run, he was a 2-time or 3-time NA finalist. 3-time NA finalist. So
He's just been unlucky
Yeah.
with the teams he's been on. I feel like if he's really given a chance with like other people, like he easily can win a
yeah, absolutely. If
championship.
he's given another opportunity, or Evil Genius is a good team, or if Evil Geniuses can figure out what the fuck is going on, and they can turn and let's say they win and they prove both of us wrong, great. Well, not great, but because I still want to win. But okay,
Do you want to make the show match more interesting? Actually,
sure. Why?
Let's guess.
You got an evil grin on you, and I'm scared.
It's not that bad.
Okay.
I just want to know.
Okay.
Who do you think's getting Elder Drag? Not Elder Drag, sorry. Dragon Soul.
Dragon Soul, Team Liquid.
Seem like with
They
Dragon Soul?
prioritize bottom and dragons, which is why when you were talking about the top lane and shit, I was completely just letting you talk.
This is the problem. See, this is why you chose the show match. Eddie chose the show match because he knows Team
I
Liquid.
watched the games,
I
Owen.
know. I watch a few games too. I don't watch as many games.
This and in Owen's defense, this week I only watched the highlights.
Yeah.
I didn't watch full games this week.
Yeah. It was a very busy week for the both of us.
Yeah.
I've started working almost full time again. Thanks, Corona.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then who do you think's gonna get Baron?
Baron.
And how many Barons
Team
do you
Liquid
think
is
gonna
gonna
be
get
taken?
the first Baron through a smite fight, and Brox is gonna steal it. Such stupid.
You think Brox is gonna steal the first Baron?
Yeah, I don't know why. I'm just throwing this if it happens.
How's he gonna steal it? Is he gonna hop over the wall? Is he gonna just walk in there?
He's gonna hop and then flash out.
On what champion?
I don't know yet. Maybe Graves.
You think he's gonna do it on Graves?
Probably.
That's
Graves.
your guess?
Yeah, I would say that.
Watch this actually happen.
That would be.
At what
freaking
time
amazing.
do you think it happens? When's the Smite cast?
26:32.
All right, watch. We're just speaking into existence. This is gonna happen,
Dude. If this happens,
Yeah.
I think of it. We said what's his name should be gone. He's gone. Ruin's gone. We said Zabutin should be gone. He's gone.
But we didn't say that on the podcast.
Yeah, but I tweeted it,
did say
so I deserve the credit.
and he got blocked.
Yeah, and I got blocked. Yeah. So
Eddie is just—he has the mind of the LCS.
I
He
mean,
determines what
I
happens.
write the script.
Exactly.
Yeah, a random kid from Canada writes script for
Hey,
LCS.
they've always thought it's scripted. Because
Oh.
we do it on this show.
Yeah.
That's why you should subscribe.
Okay, guys.
But yeah, that's basically it for the show. We're gonna be moving on to our
We're gonna do a
1v1.
1v1. But we're gonna have to film that after.
yeah. That's gonna be. I actually don't live with Eddie. Might be surprising.
I know.
But I have to
Soon.
go to. Yeah, that is true. I have to go back to my house to 1v1 him.
I
So I'm just
know.
gonna blame Lake if I lose.
We both have under 20 ping.
And
You
we live,
can't
like, a
fucking
minute
blame.
apart.
Yeah, you can't blame lag. Okay.
But yeah. So thank you for watching this week. I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna say at the end of the game also. But yeah, thank you. Just make sure to like, subscribe, follow on all our social medias, and
That's right.
Eddie, good luck in the 1v1.
Thank you, Owen. I don't need luck. You do though. See you then.
We are back in game, and we're doing a 1v1 of Bard. So yeah, first to a kill or first tower. Eddie, I missed. Oh, I missed my CS. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, wasted ignite.
I guess so.
Oh, I'm dead. No, I'm not. Oh god!
We're on the turret. Okay.
I'm dead. What the fuck? What?
I'm running away, Owen.
Yeah, I'm fucked. You play so much more. Oh god. Yeah, no. I have no mana.
Just not expecting to flash over, I can assure you that.
No! I'm dead. Oh!
Holy. You're so lucky.
No, I'm just a god, okay? Oh my god, it's sitting at like 1 HP. Wait, can we back? Are we backing?
No.
I have no mana either. Oh god. This is not good.
Are you just sitting on the turret?
No. I'm actually not though. I'm on a mythical journey. I don't like this.
On a mythical journey, Owen.
Oh, you're on a mythical journey now? I know you're
Hi.
just baiting me. Wait, I couldn't. Why can't I go through this?
Woo! That's a dub, ladies and gentlemen.
Did my TP go the long? It did. Why couldn't I? That's some bullshit. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I think
That
we had
was the
audio
game.
issues in that, but
Oh, for sure.
yeah. Well, thank you. This is our first time trying this for watching episode 3 of AFK in the morning. And just remember to like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you all
We'll
next
see
week.
you.
We love you.
Peace.
Goodbye.